rocking on Rock Tales, live at 5. So much to talk about today. I can't believe how things can kind of magically come together at the last minute. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The universe is really working for me right now. I just, I get up every day, I read The Secret, do some calisthenics, try to touch my toes, suck my own wang, whatever.
Hey!
If I can. Do what I can to make the world go around for the better, right? You know what I'm saying? And my favorite record, truly, hand to God, Into the Gap, 40 fucking years, Thompson Twins. I mean, every school bus ride, some awkward jacuzzi moments. I want to talk about it all.
Whoa.
I want to talk about it all.
This is kind of like...
I stole a crunch bar to this music.
This is kind of Christmas.
This
and
is
also an early big birthday coming up. An early birthday present for you.
Yeah, well, listen, I talk about the Thompson Twins all the time on this show.
And for people who've been listening to Rock Tales since the very beginning,
they know.
You have said Into the Gap is your favorite record.
Yeah, I fucking put this record up against, what's your favorite record? Led Zeppelin? How's it the fucking
Halen
holy?
1,
Yeah.
Nirvana, Nevermind.
Better.
Replacements,
Okay, Nirvana.
Let It Be.
Is it
Ramones,
better?
#1.
Is it better than Nirvana, Nevermind?
I think so.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually because it stands the test of time.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And hit after hit after hit. It's incredible. So, Brendan J. Smith, my brother from another mother, welcome to a very special edition of Rock Tales, the Thompson Twins Into the Gap 40-year celebration edition of Rock Tales. Tricky Dicky, you've been working your ass off making sure all of this can kind of come together. We have a special guest coming on the show later today. Guys, Tom Bailey. Tom Bailey. Okay, listen, I wish I had his haircut. Remember he had the rat tail on the side?
He invented the rat. Do you know, didn't the San Fernando Valley go apeshit when they saw that rat tail on MTV?
Oh yeah.
All of Encino.
I wanted one.
All of Reseda.
I think I
parts
had
of
one.
Northridge.
I don't have a photo proof, but I think I actually rocked one at one point.
You did have hair back then. People need to know that you had long hair.
Yeah, this is a choice. I just decide. I could have a full head of hair.
But you television actor Ahmet Zappa in this period, 1984.
I had very Echo and the Bunnymen style, hair. Big hair.
Did you ever try did your cousin Lala ever go, Ahmet, I can make a rat tail. Let's go and try to figure this out.
Listen, I cannot tell you how much I love this band, this record. I'm looking forward to talking with Tom. I hope it all works out. Hopefully he's going to be on the show a little bit later. He's going to be joining us via Zoom. This is the first time we've tried this new way of connecting. So anything and everything has gone wrong before. But fingers crossed, we have a.
We're doing it all through the power of Richard Sheltinga. We don't have.
We never did Zoom before, so we're going to try it.
Yeah, we're going to try.
See what happens.
In our previous iteration, we had other people at the mothership helping us out on this, and now we're just on our own.
We're on our own.
Figuring it out. So we got Naughty Gotti at the helm, our director extraordinaire. We got, that cold, dead heart that everyone loves, Goth Gwen on the phones. And look who's back, ladies and gentlemen. The Seamaster himself, Captain Cocktail.
Good to see you.
We got. Is his mic on?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm hearing you. Hello, Captain Cocktail.
Can you hear me? Am I on?
Oh yeah, I hear you now.
Nice.
So you knew that today was a very special edition of very new wave 80s celebration.
100%. Yeah.
So did you?
This is a special drink. I'm drinking it.
Did you make us one?
I can make you, but you're having your old fashions. We'll get to that.
Well, no, can you please come up with a Thompson Twins Into the Gap?
I'm already
style?
drinking it.
I feel like that's Sun Country wine coolers.
Seagram's golden white coolers.
I'm calling
when
this.
to dry. My. God bless you.
Bartles and James.
Yeah. God bless you. You know, our Bruce Willis. Remember when he sang that lovely sultry? It's not as good as the Thompson twins. You remember his Bartles and James fucking Seagram's or whatever golden wine?
Because that was a great marketing campaign. Two old guys in front of a pickup truck pushing malt beverages on.
No,
preteens.
when fucking, you know, in his moonlighting days.
Oh, right. I forgot about
He's like
that.
on a porch somewhere in the South playing his harmonica, singing about his wine coolers.
I have an important question.
Yeah, give it to me.
Because, by the way, as we said at the top of the show, Into the Gap came out 40 years ago
February
tomorrow.
9th? Oh, tomorrow.
February 17th, 1984.
Wow.
I'm older than dirt.
Wow.
I'm older than dirt.
I was
but
10.
tell me,
I was 10 when this record came out.
Okay, so you weren't yet at Alfie's Soda Pop Club.
Oh no, dreaming about it. Let me tell you. That was here's how this goes down. BDBD Buck. I'm watching Buck Rogers and looking at what's that? Aaron
Gray.
Oh, fucking Aaron Gray, and like doctor, cranking my dong to Aaron Gray, listening to the Thompson Twins, living it up.
That's where this album takes you.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. And that weird like Falcon lady, or there's the Falcon dude. Buck Rogers plus the Thompson Twins. With that very special episode where
That's all you needed up there in Laurel Canyon to be happy.
What year did Knight Rider kick off?
Well, that's a great question. Probably 81.
Yeah.
81, 82,
83.
83.
Yeah.
Right, but this came out in February of 1984. February 17th, 1984.
Can I tell you one of the worst things to ever happen to me? Oh yeah. What is this called?
It's called a Jake Ryan.
A Jake Ryan.
Now,
oh wow, that's a
special Thompson Twins reference because Captain Cocktail, before we came on air, reminded us that another great Thompson Twin moment happens at the end of 16 Candles.
Squeal out. She gets felt up by her uncle in that movie, right?
Harry Dean Stanton was her dad.
She gets felt up by a family member in that movie.
Harry Dean Stanton is her drunk dad. But If You Were Here is the big song in that 16 Candles movie. So he's made you that. This
just tastes, by the way, like a Negroni. That's a Jake. It's just, Jake. If this is what you taste like, you're delightful. Okay, so let me tell you something. My love of the Thompson Twins. So my parents didn't understand, right, why I would want to go to like super Christian camp in South Carolina.
You said, Gail, Frank, I'd like to go to a Christian camp in South Carolina.
Mama, I want to go. Like I looked at the brochures, like shotguns, rappelling, shit that like you never do in California, right? I'm like, I have to go live in the wilderness.
You wanted to go to a real American summer camp.
This was like paramilitary training. I mean, when you're rappelling out of a gymnasium, when you're like having to scale buildings, I think back on it now, and I think that's a little it was like SWAT training.
Well, they were building young Christian leaders at this camp.
And by the way, I loved it.
Right.
I loved it. So I took Piedmont Airlines, okay, to go to South Carolina so I could go to this camp, right? My parents were like, "Really? Are you sure you want to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, get me out of here."
What is Frank's reaction when you say, "Dad, Frank, I'd like to go to summer camp in South Carolina"?
He chortled. He pet our dog, Doggus, and was like, "Okay." He was not gonna get in my way of my own personal.
You are what you is.
Yeah. So, I was nervous to fly by myself, right? I had my Walkman, and I brought all my cassette tapes, but I put my favorite cassette tapes in the seat pocket in front of me, because at that time, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. You bring 100 fucking cassette tapes. Yeah, you want to be prepared for anything.
And you had the top of the line Walkman, correct? Coming to camp with the top of the line Walkman?
I think it was like the. I mean, I don't necessarily remember if this was the one that I had. I had a few, but the yellow one that was also waterproof. It had like the ceiling case.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking
about?
The
one that was small and it opened up.
Yeah.
Larger.
Yes.
Like, it was like this size and opened up, and you flipped it open.
course you
and,
did.
yeah.
It could
was an
survive.
Iowa.
It could
Iowa.
survive being splashed or something. Right?
That was
The
the
way
yellow.
that-
Yeah.
You know, it had waterproof headphones or some shit. It was rad.
Okay, so you bring a bunch of cassettes, including
I had. Oh man, I should know this, but this Jake Ryan or Jack Ryan, Jake Ryan. Huh, Jake Ryan. Whatever the record was with Lies, Lies, Lies on it, not Into the Gap.
that's right,
Right? And
early Thompson Twins, huge hit on MTV. Lies, Lies,
so
Lies.
so I was rocking Into the Gap,
Yeah,
and you know this I was like, wait, what other records do they have, right? And I was like, holy shit, the hits just get better and better. They keep on coming. So I was, rocking out to that. And I, took it out, put it in a new cassette tape. And I still have, there are like certain memories of losing something, right? Where you never forgive yourself. And I'm not even kidding. Like there are certain things that haunt me. Like the cassette tape of Lies, 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 whatever that record was. I can't. What is it? What record was that?
Let me look.
I left it on the plane.
Oh no!
And it fucking haunts me to this day.
No.
It genuinely still. I remember it. So there's the book Bunnicula, right? That I stole from my school library, right? Which I've had guilt over that for a long time. There was stealing it was either a Crunch Bar. I think it was a Crunch Bar. It could have been a whatchamacallit or a chunk at the Save On Drugs in Studio City.
The corner of
Right.
Laurel Canyon and Ventura.
Yeah, did you do this when you were a teenager, when you had your headphones and you had your music, you had your fucking BMX bike, and like you felt like you had to like fucking break the law? And me breaking the law was, I'm gonna steal a chocolate bar, man. Did you ever do that?
I'm Irish Catholic. We don't do that because we'll go to hell.
Yeah, I stole a chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah, what record was this?
Quick Step and Sidekick.
And on this record is the If You Were Here. Will you put that on so I can drink this, Jake Ryan?
This was a huge video.
Huge.
Lies, Lies, Lies.
Oh, but this moment right here.
Oh yeah.
I know we're going to talk about Into the Gap. We're going to rock.
Did you
every
ever
single
make
time.
out with Molly Ringwald?
Oh my no!
Wait, that's
my
weird.
brother did.
That's
No. Someone did. Someone went out with.
Dweezil
Did the Dweez
dated
go out with Molly Ringwald?
yeah.
I have a good story about that too.
I was at
Okay.
Cantors.
Okay.
This is
Oh boy.
Oh, here we go, Captain Cocktail.
No, it's a good story. He was
no,
at
this
Cantor's.
is like probably, I want to say it's like late 80s,
Okay.
probably like 88, 87 at Cantors,
Yeah.
1 a.m., something like that.
Okay. Cool. That's
Who's
so
there?
cool. Yeah.
Molly,
Yeah.
who she's sitting with,
Who?
Dweezil.
Bono.
Oh.
Well, that makes
It
sense.
was the weirdest moment.
That makes sense. Now, is it weird? Because
This is like Joshua Tree years, right? And so we look up and all of a sudden she's like, the table next to us is Molly Ringwald with Bono.
I shouldn't tell this story because it's not my story to tell, but I'll tell it anyways.
Oh no.
So my brother is dating Molly,
Uh-oh.
and Molly's dad is blind.
Oh.
Right? Or was blind, or I don't know if he was born that way or not. But, a musician. I have fond memories of Molly and...
Over at the house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so I just remember my brother telling me the story that I guess they're getting ready to go to some big event, like Oscars or the Grammys or, something like that. And... So my brother is just sitting in the living room, right? And I guess he doesn't want to engage with anybody. And the dad, because he's, blind, is coming in the room, and his daredevil senses are going off. He's like, "Hello, Is anyone in here?
He knows there's another human being in the room.
He can sense it.
But because Dweezil doesn't want to engage with another human,
so
he keeps his mouth shut.
Yeah, he keeps his mouth shut, and he's like, I'm just not going to engage, right? Molly's in the other room getting ready, whatever. So, the dad's like, hello? Anyone in here? So he double checks, triple checks, and then he decides to walk. I guess he has the house memorized. Maybe he walks with a stick. I wasn't there, but this is the part that I appreciate.
You mentioned he had daredevil senses.
Daredevil senses. So I like to think, because my brother didn't say anything, right? There's two ways you can look at this story, okay? So what happens next is he asks, is there anyone there? And then he walks from the living room to the kitchen, but he fully and loudly crop dusts the room. He just releases the beast from the east like a big ripper.
That is not what I expected this story to go.
And like a sick tummy, right? Crop dusts the room. And so I like to think he's like, fuck you for not fucking saying hi to me.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
He just fucking beef tigers it.
Yes.
He just, jettisons the devil out of his bowels.
Fuck you, Dweezil.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Right? So, my brother at that point had to hold his breath, A, because he didn't want to be found out, and then B, you can't just get up and walk out of the room because then you will be found out. So as he's holding his breath, what do? You have to take a deep, deep hit from that wrong bong, right? So he's just huffing it. He just sucks it in, mouth, nose, the whole thing. He fully tasted Molly's father's insides.
Can't imagine what's going on in the chat right now.
What a special connection to the Thompson twins you have.
Well, look, it's not that. It's the Jake Ryan. It's the Jake Ryan talking right now, guys.
Do we want to, before we possibly bring Tom Bailey from the Thompson twins,
He's going to be calling in
onto the
like
show.
10 minutes.
30. Yeah, 5:30. He'll be calling it.
5:30?
Yeah.
Should we play a couple tracks from Into the Gap just to get ready to talk to him?
Why don't you mansplain, right? Brando-splain
Yes.
the Thompson twins, right? Let's not take a break.
We're not taking a break. We're going.
Okay. So let's get into the Gap. It is genuinely one of my favorite records. I
always
have
said
such fond memories.
I actually do not know much about
Dude,
Thompson
every
twins.
fucking okay.
but I would like to hear the history of the Thompson twins.
But this is the truth. I listen to, if you go on Pandora, which I like their algorithm, whatever, when they create radio stations, I listen to Thompson Twins radio every single day.
This is the truth.
Every single day. That curated list, I encourage you to do
That's
that
your
right
jam.
now. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right? You get these extended mixes, all of these other versions of Into the Gap. It's great. I love it. But this record, the Cars' first record, hit after hit after hit,
Yep.
and sonically sounds great. We've talked about that, right?
Yep.
But for some reason, every time I want to talk about the Thompson twins with you, you just brush it off like a son of a bitch.
I just don't know the Thompson twins, but I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, all right. How do you
What's
feel
the
about it?
history of the Thompson?
Well, you got to give them. I mean, this record was a massive record. Into the
Yeah,
Gap.
huge.
Let's
Double
play a little
platinum,
game.
triple
How many millions of copies, Richard Sheltinga, do you think Thompson Twins Into the Gap sold? Which legitimately had 3 big hits
More than that, I think.
and 4 to 5 in the UK.
Worldwide?
Worldwide, Richard Sheltinga, using
Worldwide.
your vast knowledge of the music industry and how records move, how many do you think they sold? Thompson Twins, off the top of your head.
6 million.
Okay, Ahmet Zappa, how many million copies do you think Thompson Twins Into the Gap sold worldwide?
Well, for me, I would say 100 million because I love Into the
like
Gap
that answer.
that
That's
much.
probably close.
The correct answer is 5 million.
Yeah.
But that's legit.
105 million?
105
Well, that makes sense.
million copies, bigger
that
than
makes
Thriller.
sense.
People don't even know. Bigger than the Eagles' greatest hits.
It wouldn't surprise me
It's the
because
greatest,
you know what?
Greatest selling
It
album
is
of all.
better their Into the Gap is better than the Eagles' greatest hits.
Everybody had it in the 80s. Into the Gap. If you went over to somebody's house.
Yeah, you got this record and Herpes guaranteed in the 80s. I promise you. The follow-up record was called Zoverax.
How about this? Where do you think the Thompson twins recorded this record?
I know this already.
The Bahamas.
Yeah, we fucking talked about it.
How did you know that?
Because everybody was recording in the Bahamas at that time.
Why were they recording in the Bahamas at that time? Richard Sheltinga.
Why would you not want to go to the Bahamas if a record company would pay for it?
What was it was Eric Clapton's spot, right?
Compass Point Studios?
Compass was owned by let me look it up.
I'm getting this. Wasn't it? What's
Iron
his
Maiden recorded Power Slave.
Oh, it was it.
I'll look it up. You guys talk.
What was the guy's name?
Yourselves.
It does. All right, fill us in. But this record, right?
And especially for Los Angeles.
Can you play the first track while you're looking up?
You know what?
looking
Doing
at?
a lot of stuff over here.
Okay,
so.
give us more Brando explain it.
Also, for Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
Chris Blackwell.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
The
that's what I
new
thought.
wave capital of America.
Yeah.
Truly in the 80s.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's all I knew because I grew up here. I was
And
feeling
your
it.
sister is a part of it.
Oh yeah.
She's a part of the fashion. She's a part of the trend.
Moon was loving like Lena Lovitch, and that was more her jam. And no one was rocking the Thompson Twins in the house but me. I think there's
Even a young Diva
appreciators.
Zappa didn't like the Thompson Twins?
Diva Zappa?
Yeah.
I mean, like
The little wombat at 7 years old?
I genuinely feel like between me and all of my friends at Oakwood Private School, this was such a fucking big record.
Yeah.
I remember going to Malibu on a field trip for the first time, and everyone would just be in their seats singing their tracks with their fucking headphones on, right? And, too many people were singing bad shit. Meanwhile, I think my Walkman had the double headphone jack too. Remember that? You could share.
Who was the special lady that you would share that extra headphone jack with?
Allison Meadow. Hi, how are you? Do you remember the kissing rash? Remember any of that? No? I do. You had Wham on your wall. It was pretty exciting. Anywho. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, please, guys, when you listen to it, I mean this with all sincerity, because I put this record on. I have it on vinyl. I've purchased it in every medium available to me throughout the years, right? I think it sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, there are some 80s records that don't honestly hold up, and I love the hits, right? Stacy Q, right? Two of Hearts, okay, all right. Tried. I liked it then, but you're no Into the Gap, okay?
Into the Gap is also part of, if you think about... What are you saying, Richard? Richard is looking at me.
A little closer to the microphone.
Oh, get closer to the microphone.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
Thanks.
he was coaching me as we were doing the show live. It's live on YouTube. He's
Yeah,
coaching me to get
we're
closer to the microphone.
Just fucking call him
Anyway,
out.
look, long story short, think about it. 1984.
Yeah.
What a crazy era for music. I mean, think about the giant albums that were made around this period of time, starting with like Thriller, Born in the USA, Madonna Like a Virgin,
Van
and Thompson
Halen,
Twins
Jump.
come in with Into the Gap.
Yeah.
They participate in arguably the greatest era of pop music of all time.
Well, look, they wound up playing the US Festival, right?
Yes, they did.
No, Live Aid.
Live
Did
Aid. I was there. Hold Me Now.
I mean,
Yeah.
do you know what's so embarrassing? I tried and failed epically with my... I tried to do a cover of Hold Me Now.
Wait. Time out. You tried to do a cover of Hold Me Now with your band Sleeps Nine?
No, this is just me fucking around, and it's
Wait.
It's so
Wait,
it's
why
so,
didn't it, we
so bad.
talked about how to do the show tonight, how to approach the show, because we're going to have a big guest
Yep.
hopefully in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And we talked about what we're going to talk about.
Yep.
We talked about listening to the tracks. We talked about what we're going to talk to Tom about.
Yeah.
And now, for the first time, you're telling us
This is how much I love.
this is you doing Hold Me Now.
Do you want to send that to me?
No, because I don't want anyone to have this.
Okay.
For the first time, America.
Yeah. And it's so bad. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to be playing this for Tom
No.
Bailey.
No.
Yes, we
No.
are.
Is that,
No.
Yes,
is
we
that
are.
Nesmith
No.
on guitar?
No, this is just me fucking around. In the
No, it's not
studio.
you fucking around. Who's helping you make that song?
No, this is just me. This is like,
Who are the culprits?
gosh, guys, it's never coming out. But I mean, I legitimately.
It's all lies here.
Thank you, Captain Cocktail. I really, really could not be more excited to talk with Tom Bailey. I really hope 2 minutes, if it works out, I'll be able to, fulfill a childhood dream, and also talk to someone who I actually want to know how influential was he on the mix. I want to go deep, like Eddie Trunk style.
You should. I'll tell you this beforehand. They released "Hold Me Now" before the record came out, and it was a hit.
In the
they
UK.
weren't done with the record. That's their biggest hit. So their pressure was on them when they were making Into the Gap to make X number of more songs
Yeah,
that had to match the fucking power of "Hold Me Now."
yeah.
That's a lot of pressure on a young band.
Okay, we're gonna go song by song, and you will see that there are certain records where I know virtually all the lyrics to them. Like Rat, another band that I love. Right, I people fight me on this all day long, but in a death match of like what records do I love more? Like you have to Sophie's Choice. You have to pick one. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I would do if you put Out of the Cellar and Hold Me Now into the same match. I don't know what I would do.
Well, let's take a break because I can't hear anything in my headphones. So we need to have Tom on the line.
Okay, well, we'll get that sorted. It's Rock Tales. Thank you for checking things out, and we'll try to get Tom on the horn when we come back, fulfilling a Rock Tales super get, as far as I'm concerned. All right, I can't wait. Back in a moment.
So is his mouth. This is Rock Tales with Ahmet Zappa.
Okay, we're back. It is Rock Tales Live at 5. It is a celebration, 40 years. Thompson twins, Into the Gap, 40 years ago tomorrow. It was released. If you want to go see Tom play live, the Totally Tubular tour is going to be rocking soon in a city near you. When are they?
Starting in late June.
Okay.
Starting at the very end of June and going all through July, they're basically going to every major city in the United States of America.
Right.
In Southern California, they're going to be at the Santa Barbara Bowl, best venue of all time, on June 28th.
We should do that.
That's
we
a
should
Friday
go to
night
that
for
one.
Rock Tales. You think we could do a show from the
Oh,
parking
that
lot?
sucks. Yeah, we could.
I think we can.
If we become friends with Tom, I mean, maybe we'll just do a show from backstage.
We'll see how that goes. But
You know
then
what
the
I mean?
next night, thank you, Captain Cocktail. The next night, June 29th, they will be at the YouTube Theater
No, that might
at
be
SoFi Stadium.
that might be better. Maybe
Saturday night.
Maybe we'll do another.
But the
celebration.
Totally Tubular lineup is
it's incredible, right? We have Thomas Dolby.
Yes.
It's the two Toms headlining. Thomas Dolby, Tom Bailey. We have the Plimsolls. We have The
Bow Wow
motels. Bow Wow Wow. Oh, awesome. The
Yeah,
whole
Bow Wow
wait
Wow.
is the. Do you know if it's the whole lineup from Bow Wow Wow?
Yeah, well, it's Annabella. That's all you need.
Yeah. That's not true. I mean, Jesus Christ.
You loved her.
Oh my God. Do I love you? I still love you. I still go back to the I Want Candy video and just kind of stare. Oh, I mean, seriously.
Well, she was only a couple of years older than you at that time.
Yeah. Yeah. But all of my girlfriends back then were 10 years older. At 10, I was.
She wasn't 10 years older. She was only like 5 years older than you.
You're missing my point.
Okay, that's all right.
You know what I mean?
I feel like you could have
One
closed
could
the
dream.
deal. You could have closed the deal.
I feel like, honestly, if my game was on point at 15 or 16, if you would have put me in the room, I would have gone hard. I would have been shot down for sure, but gone hard like Morgan Fairchild, right? Aaron, what's her name from Buck Rogers?
Right.
I mean, Aaron Gray, all of the Angels from Charlie's Angels, but Jacqueline Smith, that was almost too much. It was too much. It's too much.
How did you feel about Linda Carter, Wonder Woman?
God, well, you've seen the thing where she comes out and does a cover of a Kiss track, right? Where she's
Yes.
got her like spired,
I was made for loving you.
because you can kind of see through that top a little bit. That was kind of great. Kind of great. I showed up for you, Linda. When you were on Circus of the Stars or Battle of the Network Stars, whatever the fuck it was, I tuned in. You know why? Because I love you. Because I love you. Not as much as Tom Bailey from the Thompson twins. But I don't know. How are we doing? Is he
I'm looking for him.
he's not there yet?
We're hoping.
Okay.
yet.
Well,
Okay.
hopefully he'll show up.
But for real, we just need all the Rock Tailors and all the Volume Maniacs.
Can
who
we get some
tuned in
history
tonight.
of the Thompson twins? I still haven't heard this.
Yeah,
Play it.
Play the history of the Thompson twins? You're supposed to actually
I say play Into the Gap.
Yeah, start a
Yeah,
track.
start the. Well, let's listen.
track what is
Opening track.
Doctor.
Listen to this. This is
Giant.
incredible.
Giant video.
This is incredible. There's like, you're on a fucking spaceship. I saw you there. Right? She's stuck in like an ice crystal. She can't move. Right? Laser comes out, laser sword. Oh my God, right? Fucking cut her out. Save her life. Oh, now you fucking kiss her, bring her back to life. I kiss her again? Right? By her chocha? You know? Oh, fuck, this is the best song ever. Dance with me across the sea. Where does it take? Oh, I fucking love this. This is so fucking good as an opening to a fucking record, and you're
Yeah.
like, how do they follow this up?
Well, they follow Hold Me Now with this. So they're 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Out the
Bangers.
gate with 2 hits.
I mean, who is with me? Do you feel it?
I
Do
feel
you
it.
feel it, Captain Cocktail? Tricky Dicky?
I feel it.
Naughty Gotti?
By the way, Van Halen 1984
Crank this
is
up.
out at this time.
Yeah,
So
by the
we
way-
are rocking out to Van Halen, but then we hear this and we're like,
On
oh,
the front
this is
line,
pretty awesome too.
I work to survive. Come on. I love the backing vocals.
What was
Crank
the
it
first
up,
video
turn it
that
up.
you? Yeah, crank it up. Richard Sheltiga, turn it up.
Crabble, just makes me weep.
What was the first?
Give me a second. Work hard on machines. It's the labor of love. So please don't ask me why. I fucking love this.
What was the first video
Yeah.
that you auditioned for? Because
Video?
the Thompson Twins were a colossal video band. What was the first video?
I didn't audition.
you ever
I never
auditioned for?
auditioned to be in a video.
You didn't?
No, I wasn't interested in that.
Oh, okay.
No, I was-
Oh, okay.
I was
Offer
just-
only?
No, yeah, offer only, bro. No,
Television actor Ahmet Zappa.
no. What I was interested in, okay, I will say this, okay. I did meet a girl that was in, I want to say, the Hot for Teacher video. She was like one of the kids. They're like in the classroom. and I took her on a date to the Rocky Horror Picture Show on Van Nuys and like the GCC theater,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just
By the In-N-Out Burger.
I just remember her thinking that she was. I remember thinking she's pretty hot, and then hanging out with her was not great.
Why?
Just bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm too sensitive with like aromas. You know what I mean? Maybe there was like too much like. I don't know what was like the big perfume at that.
Cloves?
No, it was probably like
Dracar Noir?
I was wearing Dracar Noir because my brother fucking gave me some. That black bottle, I thought that was the fucking shit. I loved it. No, it was probably like opium. She was like wearing too much opium or something, right? And it's not great. And then I don't know. And I felt scared. Scared on the streets. But
The mean streets of Van Nuys.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this is track 2. Lift Me Up. Okay. Unbelievable track, right? You're too stressed because you're waiting to see if Tom's going to actually chime in on the Zoom.
Just monitoring.
Okay, well, give us track 3. Give us track 3.
We haven't had a guest in a while.
Oh,
on
my
the show.
fucking God. This track.
Well,
How many breakups and makeups did I have to this track? Did you have to this track?
well, when you make the
God.
mix and you try to put the message of what you're trying to communicate in the mixtape with the titles,
Yeah.
Hold Me Now.
Right? See what you did there.
Yeah, because you want the titles of the song to communicate what you're trying to say to the lady,
Yeah.
circa 1984. Right?
Do you know this? Every lyric to this track? You know what? I gotta play a fucking Thompson twin. I never karaoke the Thompson twins. I've never done it. Hold me now. Oh, my heart.
You actually did the ultimate karaoke by re-recording the song that we're going to release on iTunes.
No, it's not.
I'm
embarrassed
We do
by
need
it.
to re-release
It's not as good as this.
By the way,
I tried to
someone
elevate
in
it.
the chat room, I'm going
Yeah.
to tell you who said it.
Yeah.
Someone claims that they have a copy of that. Warthog Frank. Is that Frank Meyer? I think
yeah.
Frank Meyer is listening. He
Yeah.
claims that he has a copy of that. Did he help
That's
you
fucked
record
up.
that?
No, he didn't. But I didn't realize I gave that to him, and that's not cool. Or Tori has it. Tori might be Warthog Frank. I don't know who that is.
Frank, go ahead and post a link to that.
Do not. Do not.
You can go ahead and upload
Frank,
that.
go ahead and post that on YouTube.
Yeah, go ahead and post it on YouTube, Frank.
Oh no.
What year did you record that song? Why don't I know this? I'm mad about this.
It's early 90s.
Early 90s?
Yeah.
With who?
Shh. Shakabavakasha. Shh. Shut the fuck up. All right. This next track, though, everyone knows this track. But here's the thing. There's so many hits, but every track is a hit. I'll prove it to you.
I hope this doesn't turn out to be.
Oh,
remember when
fuck it.
Daryl from Run DMC?
This right now?
Huh.
It's spooky,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
right?
Get into it.
You're like,
K-Rock.
what's happening?
Don't forget the K
Is
Rock
Charlie
dance party
Sheen
at the
stealing
Palace
a
in
Porsche
Burbank.
right now in a parking lot? Right? He's like fucking trying to get in there. What was that movie that he did where he steals Porsches? It was like Fast and the Furious before Fast and the Furious.
Who's that?
Charlie Sheen with the weird Porsche movie.
Cocaine Porsche?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. Not the movie The Raid, which is the best movie, but this is a great song.
You need to pitch Cocaine Porsche.
We
You
just
need to
did,
call
right?
your lawyer friends.
Okay, here's Cocaine Porsche. Tom Bailey is writing the soundtrack. Okay, he put out a solo record I think a few years ago. That's really good.
2018.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. But you know, this is a track where, you know, our main protagonist who's just done like 50 rails, and he's just staring at fucking pictures of Porsches, right? And he's staring at himself in the fucking mirror. And he's like, "You fucking got this, bro! You fucking got this day after day and night after night. We're gonna make that fucking $1 million price tag. I have to steal 50 Porsches or they're gonna kill my brother." Yeah, that's what's happening. Cocaine Porsche. Cheers.
Cheers. That was an incredible performance. That was really.
Yeah.
That was really.
I'm gonna take
all the
my-
time you spend coming up with deals, and I'm going to change Nashville and all that.
I am.
I really think that you
gonna
could
happen.
at least be the lab technician on CSI Miami or whatever that.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's no reason.
You think
why
I got
you're
a
not
shot?
NCIS. Where are they now? Las
Right?
Vegas? I don't know.
Yeah, we
There's
want.
no reason why you can't be 4th or 5th on
Yeah.
the call sheet on any of those CBS dramas. Fire Country with Amit Zappa.
You know what? Thank you for believing in me.
I do believe in you. My friend Diane Farr, she's the hot lady on Fire Country.
Never seen it, but yeah.
It's the biggest show in America.
You're actually turning
It's
me on to something.
firefighters in the Northern California fucking putting out fires.
Okay.
You could be 3rd or 4th on the call sheet on that show.
Listen, if they want like the crazy guy who wants to hump a grizzly in the woods, right? Maybe I'll get that part. But like I can't memorize a line. If they're like, just go ahead and grunt and try to tackle that a Sasquatch in the corner, then yeah. Speaking of Sasquatch, have you seen the fucking trailer for the new Michael Cera movie where he plays a Sasquatch?
No.
I wish I was making this up. It looks incredible. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's tension in
It's
the
like
air because we're
Sasquatch Summer. I think it's what it's called. Or Sasquatch something.
with Michael Cera. There's tension in the air because we are literally waiting.
Yeah, we're hoping that Tom
We're hoping
Bailey
that Tom
comes
Bailey
in.
from
You
the
talk to
Thompson
his
twins calls
publicist and all that stuff's
We are
happening.
hoping. But you know what happened with Run DMC with Daryl?
No, we've had some people that don't show up. But let's go to the next track. I love this.
We're not lying though. We're hoping.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Wait. Turn it up, dude. I can't hear the fucking tracks. This is track number 4, correct? Tricky Dicky can't even participate.
Well, he's
I know. You can't multitask right
business.
now.
He's wondering.
What track is this?
Texting with publicist.
Oh, yeah. See, when we were on Sirius, there were people that were handling that.
This, by the way, I thought this should have been a bigger hit, like on par with, and this is a popular song, but on par with Hold Me Now.
Again, most of this
Yeah.
record was recorded after they had a hit, and the pressure was on to keep making great music, and
In
they
the
did.
Bahamas.
Yeah, in the Bahamas.
I mean, does anyone in the chat feel the way I feel about this record? Because
Let's look. I will look through that.
turn it up. I love this. I'm going to sing along with the chorus. No rest for the wicked. We're dancing till we drop.
Joe from New Hampshire says that he got all his clothes at Chess King during this period
Well,
of
my
time.
brother was a model for Chess King, and
Oh,
I
for
got
real?
the hand-me-downs. I got some really cool trench coats, and Thompson twins, like that was like their whole,
Are you serious? Dweez modeled for Chess King.
He sure did. He sure did. And you know what? When I had my fucking big hair, I mean, if you search the internet,
Dweezil Zappa Chess King on Google.
Do you remember
Will you
that
get an ad?
photo shoot you guys did for Playgirl? When you and Dweezil were on Playgirl?
yeah, I don't want to talk about
When
it.
you were in Playgirl? Remember that?
Can I tell you the whole thing? It sounds like, oh, we're doing Playgirl, and then you're doing it, and you're there with your brother.
And then you realize you're doing
Yeah.
a Playgirl shoot with your brother?
Yeah, cockfighting is illegal in the state of California. You just, you can't gamble on cockfighting. Okay? So that's all I can say.
What year was the Playgirl shoot?
I
for
don't.
the
Why
two
are we
of you?
talking about that? Let's talk about End of the Gap.
Well, there's a shampoo horn anniversary coming up.
We don't
so-
need to talk about. By the way, occasionally someone will walk up to me, and it's so infrequent, but they ask me to sign my Playgirl photo shoots, right? And that's awkward. That's awkward because this is not what that looked like then. Okay. Anywho.
You do look. I say this as a straight man.
Yeah.
You are looking. He's looking pretty good these days, isn't he?
Yeah. Thank you.
50 years
Thank
old?
you. Thank you.
He's looking. You can't know that he's that old.
Oh, I'm getting ready for.
No, the picture of health.
He keeps it
Thank
tight.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's
For
a
real.
lot of injections.
I love what's
Manjaro?
happening. Elevate Dallas
Ozempic?
is like, bruh, I worked at Miller's Outpost.
Well,
Now, those ads, how come we don't take, we have like vintage ads, and which are
Yeah, we
delightful. How come we haven't pulled like the Miller's Outpost ads?
Miller's
That's
Outpost?
a great idea. Thank you.
could try that.
You know, one of
That's
our
where you would get your
rockaholics.
OP pants.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where you would get your Pacific Coast.
What I thought was cool, right? Because I got all of my brother's hand-me-down. So when I had his like taupe OP shorts, right?
PCH.
I thought it was super cool. I thought I was the Incredible Hulk when I would push my stomach out and pop the snap. And I didn't realize I was just an obese child and that wasn't actually cool. That's just fat guy wearing tiny shorts. Okay. But I thought that was really rad. So that
very drowsy. You can barely stay awake. Your
Hey,
eyelids
Homer, do you want to go with us tonight?
are... Oh, no.
Well, we just went to Miller's Outpost and got these great-looking Levi's moving on jeans just for the occasion.
And hey,
There
the
you go.
ladies really go for the great styling. And not to mention...
Did you wear moving on jeans?
Oh, wait. This is the track. This is Into the Gap, right? Am I right? Fucking turn this up.
Yeah, crank
Okay. So this is what I used to do as a kid, right? I was obsessed at this point in my life with puppetry, and I had a ton of puppets. Okay. And I got a monkey puppet that was my favorite, and I had a whole bunch of other puppets. But turn it up, dude. Fucking crank it. Okay, so there's like a whole thing that happens in this track. Let's wait for it. Oh, this is such a good group. I feel like I'm in Egypt, and this also helps kind of cement the whole like spirituality for me of like, you know, being in Egypt, dealing with fucking ancient Egyptian gods, right? Sobek, Anubis, right? Fucking awesome. But then I would have my puppet, right? Hold on. Let's wait. They have to turn it up.
But then we can't hear you.
Okay. I missed my whole thing. We have to wait till the next chorus.
That's really good.
You have to get the which
that
I
was
missed.
pretty good.
Because I couldn't fucking hear it. Motherfucker. When the chorus comes around, whatever. So Jordan Cummins Paul, one of my besties at that time. Matt Williams. Bros, this was our fucking record, dogs. This was the shit back then. You remember? Jordan Cummins and Paul, you remember how you almost got your dong sucked in the jacuzzi jet? You remember?
Oh!
You remember that?
Your backyard, Gail and Frank
No,
jacuzzi.
he had the jacuzzi. He used to he used to mount the jet, right? I'm not saying I didn't either. I'm just saying that was like you were young, experimental, whatever.
That was a big thing in the Valley because your sister has talked about that too.
Mounting a jacuzzi jet?
Yeah, she has.
Breckenmeyer, by the way, TV actor Breckenmeyer. TV's Breckenmeyer. He got his whole, because he was very little then. And he got his fucking hand stuck in a jacuzzi jet at the Mulholland Tennis Club, right? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You leave kids alone, they mount the jets. That's just the thing. Anywho, you know you fucking did it too. You know you fucking chubbed up and was like, fucking crank up the Thompson twins and let's fucking roll the bones and, let's see what happens. But I'll tell you this, okay? Yes, I took my BMX bike, right? Yes, we went bike riding, okay? And Jordan, I would like to apologize to your parents, okay? Because I didn't quite make it in time to the newly built and newly decorated bathroom in Studio City that your parents were so proud that they built. And they had just put in the new carpet, and I thought I was going to lay a deuce, right, in the toilet, and I missed. And yeah, I crapped your parents' floor. I'm just saying.
What a story.
Yeah, at Thompson Twins. All right, so can we get to the next track, please, and turn it up?
Yes.
It really is the best record. Can we all agree or no?
Do you remember Z Cavarici?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Was there a Z Cavarici in the Sherman Oaks Galleria?
For sure. Next to like the knife gallery in the luggage store. You know what I mean? Like when you used to be able to get all that stuff. This was a sensitive track, and I have to say, right? This is we're getting was Into the Gap side 2. This is side 2, the beginning of side 2, right? Am I wrong? I could be wrong. this is where I had some conflict, right? Because as a listener of records, right, an appreciator, because my dad would, he would do the song order, and it was a conversation I think we all had as kids listening to records.
It's critical.
Yeah.
What's the song order?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Right?
Huge.
So this for me, I was like, what are they even singing about? You know what I mean? This was a track, Tom, I'm sorry. I mean, if you were on Zoom with us right now, I'd ask you about it. But this was a song that I would kind of zoom by, right? And it's a great song, but it never had that hook into my teenage mind.
But I'm feeling like now.
Oh yeah, no,
it's a fucking great song.
No, they're amazing songwriters. Like the lyrical content, the turning of a phrase. I mean, "Sister of Mercy" is fucking great track. This was a big hit for them.
Yeah, yes, it was in the UK too.
But this was like that track where you're like, I don't know. It's kind of like when Foreigner came out with,
That was yesterday.
No. That what was Foreigner's like big soft rock hit?
I wanna know what love is.
Yeah, this was felt like the obligatory "I Want to Know What Love Is" track, if that makes sense.
I want to ask Gwen Segater, our resident goth, who usually answers the phone. A dumb question. Mm-hmm. Gwen, if you're listening, and I know you are because you're in the chat, did the Sisters of Mercy take their name from this song?
Oh, I bet they did. Well, do you know how the Thompson twins got their name?
From the comic Tintin. Tintin?
Tintin.
Tintin?
I say Tintin.
Tintin.
I mean, if you're French, I guess you say Tin.
I don't know.
Tintin.
You say Pamplemousse.
Gotti says Tintin.
Tintin.
Tintin? What the? I don't know. By the way, when they marketed the animated movie to us Americans, it was fucking called Tintin. So I don't remember them doing a big fucking ad for Tintin. So I don't remember it that way, you fucking super douche. Okay? Fuck you, Naughty Gotti. Tintin. Teen Magazine. Tiger Beat. Tintin.
Tintin.
No.
Yeah, but that's where they got the name from two characters.
Have we lost you, Richard? Richard, God bless you. You're working so hard. Go to the next track.
Are you literally texting publicists and saying, we've got 5 minutes left in our show. We'd love to talk to Tom Bailey.
By the way, listen.
Hey, it's
still the best to get these jokesters to agree. Not that it's ever really all that challenging, but when we come together to decide what we're going to do, every time I've pitched, can we do a Thompson Twins fucking show? It's my favorite. They're like, no.
But this was natural because tomorrow is the 40th anniversary of this record.
That's the only reason. You're like, oh, there's a reason to do it because of tomorrow. I've been saying we got to do this show for years.
Yes, you have.
For fucking years.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Tom,
and now I'm having flashbacks
Tommy
to when...
betrayer!
I'm having flashbacks to when we were waiting for Daryl from Run DMC on our Sirius XM show.
By the way, he did say he wanted to come back and he apologized, and we kind of have like a sorry, kind of no, right?
Yeah. We promoted that shit. Sirius promoted that shit. They put it out there.
Tom, I'm not saying you're iced, but maybe there's some technical difficulties. Maybe there'll be an apology letter. Who knows?
Maybe he has to show up here before his SoFi show and play a little fucking show right there.
Who knows? But right now, my excitement with all the emails back and forth, getting the Zoom link, getting everything prepped, Richard coming in early to make sure that the sound quality and all of that stuff, right, could work out, and then for him to not join the show.
The word is...
Okay, what's happening?
He is across the world right now.
Yes.
Okay.
He is having issues with Zoom.
Okay.
And he is trying to get in to the meeting room.
Okay, well, Tom.
Okay, so should we take a break?
I am sending the link to him.
And just for one final second, because we had a lot of people watching tonight.
Listen to me. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I need to give a note to Tom. Tom, listen. I get it. You watched the first part of the show and you're like, I'm not doing this. I get it, bro. Okay, but listen. I sincerely love this record. And if you don't join us here at Rocktails,
Could get
Okay,
ugly.
we love you.
I'm going to kill Captain Cocktail. And I'm going to consume his corpse. Okay? And it will be your fucking fault, bro. Okay? Because you broke my teenage heart. You broke it. We're going to take a break. And hopefully these technical issues get worked out. And maybe this across the Atlantic telephone lines don't work. Because you know what? You can just call in on your cell phone.
What if it's like 5 a.m. where he's at?
I don't care where you are, bro. Honestly, I just care that your vampire, like immortal soul
Rat tail.
Your immortal rat tail calls into the show. Because I love you so much. I love you so much with all my heart.
Okay, everyone watching the show right now, we're just going to
take a quick
break.
break.
Are we going to take a quick break, Richard
We should.
Sheltinga? Do you need that?
I'd like to.
It's 3 p.m. where he's at, so this shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, is it really? I'll give him a break. Tom, look, it didn't work out. It's your fault. I blame you, of course.
It's 3 p.m. where he's at.
How is that possible?
3 a.m.
3 a.m.?
3 p.m. Where he's at.
Does he live in a special place that no
He's
one's
in a
ever
boat
heard
in
of?
the middle
Hawaii?
of the Pacific.
The world
Does
works
he
on a
live-
24-hour rotation.
Does he live on a submarine?
Yes,
He
lives on a
Yes,
submarine.
he does.
He does.
A
He
yellow
just
one.
comes up for service and then goes back down because he's a fucking Thompson twin and he fucking communicates with sentient alien life forms.
Yes, he's getting ready for a huge tour in the UK, so he needs to be on his submarine.
Tom, listen, if we never connect, here's the deal. I've said this. I love this record. I've talked about it for so long. I've also talked about going on a vision dream quest and fucking chomping down some ayahuasca or doing some weird mushrooms in a yurt, okay? Listen, you're going to be in Santa Barbara. I know the next night you got to play an LA gig, but what do you think about you and I holding hands, walking into the woods, okay? And we fucking have like a whole shamanic experience where, look, I'll communicate with my fucking dead family members, right? And you can fucking be my Thompson twin Sherpa guide into the gap. You know what I mean? Let's fucking do this, dude. We'll put your record on in the background. You can fucking guide me through it.
How about dinner at the smokehouse?
Or just dinner
yeah.
at the smokehouse. Bad ribs. I mean, by bad, I mean delicious. Okay? That cheese toast, the garlic cheese toast at
The best.
the best.
The best.
Because it is like, don't they just take Kraft macaroni and cheese seasoning and put it on the bread?
Yeah.
That's what it is, right?
Packets.
And the
Packets of
yeah.
the dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they do.
Fucking awesome. All right,
can
let's
do that
take
at
a
home.
We'll take a quick break. It is Rocktails. We are hoping to have Tom on the horn.
Yes.
If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But thank you guys for letting me play my favorite record. Literally, I mean this with no irony. Some of you out there love Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, the Beatles,
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. All great bands, but I do genuinely stack this record up against Sgt. Pepper. For real. Get this record, listen to it. Get on my wavelength. It's a fucking great record.
Back in 1 minute.
Back in 1 minute. Hopefully with Tom. Cheers.
I was dancing in heaven. You were keeping time. Then I read your letter. Sent shivers down my spine. Said our love was over.
OMG. 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 Guys, welcome back to Rocktails Live at 5. We have been discussing, sincerely, one of my all-time favorite bands, favorite records. It is the 40th anniversary of the release in the U.S. of Into the Gap. If I said this earlier.
Hey, Tom, are you able to hear him?
Oh, we hear Gwen for the first time. World premiere of Goth Gwen. Tom, are you with us? We have Tom Bailey.
That's right. Hi. How are you?
Yes! Yes! incredible.
Okay, listen, Tom. I'm so grateful that you were able to join the show.
It's my pleasure.
I talk about this record and I talk about my love of your band for years and years and years. And people don't believe it because I sincerely, I mean, look, the record is incredible. So I want to tell you why they don't believe it, because I think that the music that you have made and this record in particular, I stack it up against, what other people think are like, okay, Sgt. Pepper or, Led Zeppelin 1, 2, any Van Halen record. To me, and I can't tell you, Into the Gap is from beginning to end such a fucking radical record. It has hit after hit. It sounds amazing. You sound amazing. The music that you made is, for me,
captured your life.
Oh my God.
In 1984.
It's fucking awesome. And in the household I grew up in, believe me,
the Zappa household,
the shit I was playing had to had to cut the mustard, and this record certainly does. All of your records do, but this one is like it's for me one of the crown jewels of the records that I own in my collection. I thank you so much, Tom, for being on Rock Tales. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. And wow, it's good to hear you say all that. And of course, it is a great record. I'm proud to have made it, and it's one of the best things we did. But who would have thought that after 40 years we'd be talking this way? So there you go. It's nice that it's hung out.
Well, Tom, it is really good to hear from you, and I'm excited because you're going to be in our neck of the woods. You haven't toured in North America for a while. You have a big tour coming up. We are all excited about it. We were talking about it earlier. You have the Totally Tubular.
The Totally Tubular
tour.
Festival.
Oh,
starting.
Why not TTT? Why not? I mean, why festival? The Totally
it's
Tubular
TTF
tour.
Festival. No, but this is so important. It starts at the end of June.
Yeah.
There's going to be 2 big shows in Southern California at the Santa Barbara Bowl, which is one of the best venues in North America
of all time.
Period.
Tom, have you played there before at the Santa Barbara?
Yes, I have. Yeah, it's a great place, of course. Yeah,
yeah.
And really looking forward to getting back there.
But then the next night at
in LA.
SoFi at the YouTube Theater, June 29th in Los Angeles, California, where we are. K-Rock.
Yeah.
Are we going to be there?
Listen, Tom, I have so many things. I know you've been trying to get on, and I don't want to take up too much of your time because I have a million questions for you, and mostly I just want to tell you what a pleasure it is to speak with you. But I'd love to get into. We've been playing track by track, Into the Gap, celebrating the music. I'd love to kind of talk about any recollections you have about making the record for sure. But here's what I want to say. When you were in Santa Barbara, okay, now that we're best friends, which is so important, I will absolutely be there. I'll bring you nachos, bro. I mean, every Brit loves nachos.
You'll bring him fresh seafood from the wharf.
Oh, yeah, I will give you poisonous seafood from the wharf, like filled with hypodermic, like injected clams. Like the worst seafood.
Let's get to the questions.
I'll bring it to you. Okay, so Tom, that was Tricky Dicky, our producer extraordinaire. He's cracking the whip because it was so hard to get you on the horn. He's been so stressed about making this happen. So let's take advantage of the fact that you're here. So. First of all, if people want to go see you play, it's you and Thomas Dolby, right? The 2 Toms, you guys are headlining it. So awesome. The Totally Tubular Tour
Bow Wow Wow,
Festival.
Modern English.
Yeah, it's coming up. We will be there. It is truly a great lineup. I know you've probably played all over the world a million gajillion times, but 40 years. How does that feel to have made a record, 5 times. By the way, the 5 times platinum. They should look into that. I bet it sold 100. I was saying earlier 105 million copies. I don't believe that's only 5 million, because that was then, right? Have they done like a recount? I feel like there should be a recount.
That's right. And again, lawyers at the ready. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have a recount. But hold the seafood. But I look forward to seeing you in Santa Barbara.
I'll be there.
And it's true that, who would have thought? You make a record, you make it as good as you can
Yeah.
every time, of course. But some of them, you just kind of manage to get it right in some ways that elude you on other occasions. And as I say, I'm proud of this one. It sticks around in people's consciousness. So
it's not just the consciousness; it's the fiber for some of us, right? I mean, people are discovering the record all the time, and they love the record. But for a lot of us, when it was first on the scene, it was the soundtrack to our lives.
Well, Tom, you need to know that a young Ahmet Zappa, on his way to summer camp on a plane, left his only cassette of Into the Gap in the pocket of the seat in front of him.
Your previous record, it was like, and I still think about it, swear to God, on Piedmont Airlines, I left my, I'm blanking on the name of the record with Lies, 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 and If You Were Here, like that.
Sidekicks, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Sidekicks. You have Sidekicks in the pocket of the seat in front of you.
I was talking about it earlier. I was going to Camp Cheerio, which is like a paramilitary Christian camp that my parents were like, you really want to go to that?
Frank and Gail let you go there.
And I was like, yeah, I want to go. And I brought my favorite music, and I left that cassette in the seat pocket in front of me. So could you send me a new one, Tom?
Okay.
A cassette.
It's been a while since I had a cassette handy, to be honest, but I'll see what I can do.
Okay, I'd appreciate it. But no, I if you just let me kind of go on for one moment, and I swear I have important questions.
You've been going on for 5
I know,
minutes.
but this is
You've
my
been going on
moment
for
to
10
tell
minutes.
Tom that other people, like, they talk about guitar heroes, they talk about, like, Jimi Hendrix, and they talk about, like, all of the pantheon of rock gods, and I think Tom Bailey should be in the pantheon of fucking music heroes. Sincerely, dude. This record, for so much of us, right? And you know who we are. You play to them. They show up. You know these people. And I want to be like the number one guy with my bullhorn saying, listen, motherfuckers, the Thompson twins are incredible. Your solo record, like a few years ago, incredible. You are incredible. Your songwriting ability, your melodies, all of it, the choices that you make, I fucking love your music.
Ahmet, did you know Tom's on the show?
Oh yeah, is
You
he
can
on
actually
the-
let him talk.
Okay, sorry.
let him talk.
Sorry, Tom. I'm just excited to have you here.
No, I'm very happy to hear all this. It's a great
He's calling
stuff.
from a submarine somewhere out in the South Pacific. So.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. It's like you were having trouble calling into the show. Is it true that you live on a Thompson twin themed island with your own like mega yacht submarine situation where you communicate with all kinds of aquatic sea life?
That's right. Well, something like that. Yeah, I'm in New Zealand, and it's a kind of very pleasant afternoon here in Auckland City, and I'm going to go out on my bike later.
Oh,
Okay, wait, hold on a
Not quite a
second.
submarine.
Okay, this is Tom Bailey.
is it yesterday or tomorrow in New Zealand right now?
It's tomorrow.
I'm speaking to you from the future. Yeah, it's already tomorrow here.
Well, this makes perfect sense because when he talks about I'm going to go out on my bike, let me paint the picture, okay? So this is the guy that made Into the Gap. So when he talks about his bike, this is like a hover jet bike, okay? This is something where he has like a full like Tron style laser jacket, right? Laser helmet, laser bike, right? And he goes out there, and if he just decides in the countryside that any of the sheep are like being weird in New Zealand, he just can look at them and just go poo-poo with his finger, his index finger, and they just explode. Is that true, Tom?
No, I'm a friend of sheep.
Oh, well, that feels weird.
Great question.
That feels weird.
What a question.
Friend, I mean, do you communicate with them on a psychic level, on an animal
No, but
level?
I say hi as I cycle by.
So are you, is that like your thing? Are you like Lance Armstrong and you were like, let's bro out, bro. Let's go for a ride?
It's just a sensible way of getting around here. It's a small town.
Motorcycle or moped
no,
or
no.
BMX?
It's just an electric bike.
That's so fucking cool.
I think you need to move to New Zealand, Amit.
No, Tom. I mean, Tom is like privately texting me, which is great. Like on the Zoom, the personal chat. He's like, "Dude, come out here, fucking hang out. We're best friends now." I think you need to.
I think Tom Bailey living in New Zealand plus The Hobbit for you is incredible.
I mean, all you do is like have sushi with Peter Jackson and just talk about like making remakes of the.
Any memories of recording Into the Gap?
Fine. Okay.
No, that was a straight radio question.
I'll try to be, I guess. I mean, but please keep in mind, Tom and I are best friends now, Richard.
Okay.
This is real. This is really happening.
Yeah. It's okay. Keep it weird. Keep it weird. We've talked so many times about making that record.
Well, Tom, I think Richard feels insecure about our friendship now because Richard and I are very close, and I feel like he's like, no, just keep it basic. And
well, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but yeah. Okay, the record, Richard, just for you.
Fine. Okay. So Tom, all right, fine. We'll do the normal questions.
There was a question.
You're in the
that came up.
Bahamas. How much conch shell did you eat?
There was a question. Why would you record a album in the Bahamas? Which my answer was, if a record company's going to pay for you to go to the Bahamas, you go to the Bahamas, right?
Something like that. We did the previous one there, in fact.
Oh.
And so the second time around, we thought, why not do the same planet work last time? And of course, our producer at that time was Alex Sadkin, and he was based there. So that's what got us there in the first place. And sometimes it's a good thing to go away from your hometown to cut tracks, so that there aren't constant parties and meetings and all that kind of stuff. You just get on with the work. And the Bahamas was a beautiful place at that time.
Now, you guys were recording most of that record after releasing Hold Me Now. Mm-hmm. So how do you record a record with the pressure of a massive hit? Like, that had to have been...
He's Tom fucking Bailey, superhuman. He's from fucking Krypton, bro.
But that's a pressure cooker. Like, how do you... You've released a huge song, but you're in the studio knowing that you have to deliver the goods. Like, how do you handle that pressure?
Right. Well, I mean, faced with a situation like that, you either freak out or you say, "Okay, that sets the bar very high. Let's try and make it." And that's what happened. Hold Me Now was racing up the US charts while we were finishing the rest of the album. So wow, we knew we had to make something good.
Wow.
Okay.
And the record.
Amit, go back to the weird questions.
I have so many. So at that time, where were you living?
That's a pretty mellow question.
Well,
no, you wanted to know the specific streets, possibly in London. Maybe he's still in.
Yeah, I want to know if he's
you want to know where he's.
Is he cocktail sauce? Is he tartar sauce with his fish and chips? Is he mine that it's disgusting that's served in like newspaper? I don't fucking know. I mean, I want to know.
You want to know? Will he come and meet us at the Smokehouse in Burbank for dinner?
First of all, here's my understanding of Tom. Is we should take him to the yummiest vegan restaurant. Oh. Okay. Is this true, Tom, that you are vegan and you are a lover of all life?
That's right. I've been vegan for a long time.
Okay, so Crossroads on Melrose.
Have you eaten at Crossroads yet in California?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, it's fucking game over, mic drop. Okay, and listen, I sincerely mean this. If you have time, it is no joke. This is where my fantasy is that, yes, we're now best friends. I completely agree. Like, look, we'll exchange numbers. We can be pen pals. I'll text you and be like, bro, look at this cool emoji. All of that. That's going to happen. But I know how to eat. I know how to feed you. Crossroads.
It's the funnest restaurant in West Hollywood.
No, it's
maybe
great.
You came to Los Angeles in the early 80s and Rodney Bingenheimer took you somewhere weird, But Ahmet Zappa is going to take you to Crossroads.
But there
And
are
we're gonna
many
chow
things
down.
that I know. I am definitely the concierge of awesome. And Tom, you're welcome that we are now friends. So look, you don't care, but now that I have you held hostage, okay. Truly, this record was such the soundtrack to my life, and there's all of these intersections. I mean, we were talking about, my brother dated Molly Ringwald.
Yep.
So,
after 16 Candles.
Yeah. So you being on that soundtrack, like, do you have any kind of anecdotal things of that period in your life when they're like, oh yeah, we want to put this song on a John Hughes movie? We were like, sure, I don't care. Or you're like, that's awesome.
Well, the weird thing is I've never actually seen 16 Candles. People keep telling me about it.
Yeah, no, it'll burn your eyes.
What?
Yeah.
That's kind of mind-blowing.
Still to this day?
Wow.
Yeah.
I think
I remember the call where someone said, some crazy guy wants to put some of your music on his film. And I said, well, why not? And I left it at that. And it had an enormous effect. And when I play that song in the US particularly, it gets this big response. Bigger perhaps than it deserved elsewhere in the world. And it's a kind of weird thing because I really wasn't connected with the movie at all.
Oh, wow. That is like a news alert. Like, do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I mean, maybe he said that before. I don't know. But Tom...
But I've seen the scene where it's played because that's kind of relentlessly sent to me on YouTube clips and things. But and isn't Molly Ringwald gorgeous and all the rest of it? But like I say, I don't really know the story.
Well, I mentioned this earlier just to kind of because you didn't watch the movie, but behind the scenes, know that when my brother was dating Molly, her father was blind. Just bear with me, Richard. We talked about this earlier.
No, you don't have to.
He crop dusted my brother, and I don't know if you know what that means, but
it's pointless.
Just ask a question.
Let's tell the people listening to the show right now that Tom is going to be touring all over the UK in the month of May. You are playing around the UK.
You are playing on my birthday, which is May 15th.
That's true.
I'm a Taurus, so you get me. You understand my personality at this point. And you are actually, as far as I know, those shows you're playing into the Gap and celebrating the 40th anniversary.
He's at Guildford on your birthday.
That's right.
Who doesn't love Guildford? What is Guildford like?
Well, I think you should come and find out.
I mean,
be my guest.
A toad in a hole and some Guinness.
Well, Ahmet has dreams of playing the Viper Room on the 15th of May.
Yeah, I booked it to just celebrate myself. But okay, can I?
Well, I guess we can't be at each other's parties, but maybe some other time.
Well, listen, can I just get your feedback on this? And this is terrible.
Oh no!
Okay,
what are you doing?
This is me. I don't know if you can hear this. This is me. This is how much I love your fucking music. I tried to do a cover of it. I'm playing for you now, and it's bad. But maybe you'll dig it. I don't know. It's horrible. Yeah. Fucking love you, Tom. Fucking love you, bro. And this is where I'm not really so in tune. Oh, it's embarrassing. I can't do what you do, bro.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
And Tom should know that.
Yeah, it's sincere.
Stephen Piercy of Rat is kind of your spirit angel during this period of time.
Oh yeah, I know you play double
that's how you're
bills
approaching
with,
the song
with Rat and Tom. It's a momentous occasion for me to have you. I sing this record's praises and your praises fucking every day.
Legit.
I listen.
Legit.
I listen to on Pandora. I have Thompson Twins radio. There's something magical about that algorithm, and everything that it curates is super badass. every day for fucking years. So it is an honor to have Tom Bailey from the Thompson Twins on
tour
show.
with the Totally Tubular Festival. Go check it out. Google it. Go buy tickets right now.
So many of our viewers and our listeners are avid music fans, and they're if you could see what they're saying in the chat, they're so happy that you're here. They're all going to go to the shows. I appreciate you doing this, but I want to ask. So you're in the Bahamas, right? And do you mind if I ask questions that you might hate and judge me for?
Go ahead.
Okay. So it's the 80s. And I just imagine because this record came out for me when I was 10. So I just imagine the 80s is like neon drugs and fucking mountains of blow and, all kinds of craziness. So what happens in the Bahamas? Was that ever like a thing? Like, were you guys reinventing like neon?
What are you talking about?
I just want to know, what's the lifestyle?
No,
what's the party
you're
scene?
you're absolutely on the money there. I mean, personally, I was just there to work, but Compass Point Studios eventually was closed down because it became such a kind of a hangout for people who were smuggling cocaine through.
I want to fucking know. Hold on a second. Now, every time we mention the word cocaine on the show, we have to do shots, okay? So the show is called Rock Tales, where we have cocktails and talk about music, and you just validated the fact that this is what's happening. Okay.
Amazing.
So, and I don't want to hold you up too much longer. So, how many days did it take to record the record? And did you have a sense that it was going to be, a big hit, or were you just kind of in the zone and just writing the music you wanted to write?
I can't remember exactly how long it took. Maybe from start to finish, 2.5, 3 months or something.
Wow, that's convincing. That's like punishment, right? Did you kind of feel like the Bahamas sucks at that point?
Amount of hits in that amount of time, it's crazy.
It's hot though and weird though, right? Did you kind of feel like get me out of here by the end of this, or were you stoked on just making the record?
Well, every morning we started with a swim on the reef, so it really wasn't that hard.
Okay, well that sounds cool.
Swim on the Reef is a good album title.
Swim on the Reef
is great.
I know, surprise. So being there, do you remember, was it the gear technologically advanced? I mean, how are they? What was the whole setup when you got there? Were like, this is amazing, or you're like, this is kind of.
Compass Point was an amazing studio.
It was. I mean, they were fully teched up. It was still analog. I found a dead lizard in one of the fader sliders once.
And there you go. One other show is going to get that little tidbit right there. And what happened? Some guy was like, wait, let me have that fucking lizard because my fucking, Pachamama, magical mama lady needs to use that in a spell.
Well, your dad kept a dead lizard in the Zappa studios, right?
I found a dead lizard in one of my dry cleaning, one of my jackets once. Tom, listen,
we love you.
We love you. We are. The show has been going on so long, and I feel like before I ruin our best friend, our new friendship status, I just want to sincerely say to all of our listeners, if you haven't experienced this record, and it's the 40-year anniversary, right? And there's so many different extended remixes and so much to love about Tom's new work. Do you have a new record coming out, Tom, before we let you go? Is there anything else that we should be highlighting? Any kind of new tidbits for us? I'm so excited to see you live, but what's the new music frontier for you?
There's lots going on. I don't have any release schedule at the moment, but I've left it too late to meet the demand for this coming summer when we're touring, but maybe later on. But for the moment, I'm preparing for this because it's quite a long tour schedule for us.
Yeah,
and we're gonna have fun doing that.
They're playing everywhere.
I know it's gonna be. Look, I wish you the most success. I know it's gonna be a successful tour. Tickets are selling like crazy. You should go and get your tickets now.
Totally Tubular Festival
and all your merch, everything. Like it's so cool. It's a dream to have you on the show, sincerely.
Yep.
And I do hope that next time you're in LA, if you have any spare time, I know you hated this experience, and you're welcome. But we would love to host you. We'll take you to a fine meal.
Crossroads.
We'll have you at our round table. And we will gush and celebrate how awesome you are. Thank you so much, Tom Bailey.
Yes,
from the Thompson twins.
and Tom Bailey.
To Tom Bailey.
Thank you so much, guys. You're very welcome. It's great talking to you.
You're the best.
And
I don't know if you care at all, but when I would rock out, I played this record for my dad, and I was like, because he was curious in the music that we listened to. He's like, oh, that's really good. I love those guys. And I would try to sing for him and be like, this is the kind of music someday in the future I want to make. And then I tried and I failed. So thank you.
well, I was a big fan of your dad, so that's good news to hear.
Well,
That's cool.
I love
super
hearing
cool.
that. And I sincerely love to your entire family. Love to you, Tom, and travel safe. Play the greatest shows you've ever played. I will be there. I promise you. I'll be
Go
there.
buy tickets, people.
Yeah, go out and get them. I'll see you in Santa Barbara. I'll see you in LA. Thank you, Tom, for joining us. It's
Fantastic.
Rock Tales.
Thank you.
Big thanks to Greg Ross at Manic Merch for setting this up.
Kudos to you guys. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
This has been a very special
Bye-bye.
edition of Rock Tales Into the Gap. 40-year anniversary. Tom Bailey, we love you so much. See you next week.
She doesn't talk.